let's do text center and text white, because we do have that dark background, can't talk. And then on medium screens, I want it to be aligned text left. Okay, so center on regular or smaller screens, and then left on larger screens. And for the text, we're going to say get diet and fitness tips in your inbox. All right, cool. So let's see, under that H2, we want to have our paragraph. So this, we're going to do a max width small, because we don't want it to stretch all the way. And then actually, let's do extra small, so XS. And let's do a margin on the y-axis 4, so that'll put space below and above it. The text will do XS for the size. And then let's say leading -5 and tracking -wide for the letter spacing. We'll text center it, and again text white. And then let's do on medium screens, we'll do a text dash, we'll do text dash left. All right, and for the text, for the paragraph, I'm just going to paste that in. Okay, and then underneath that, let's see, let me just bring over the other project here. And if we make this smaller, so next is going to be the input under that, and then the subscribe button. All right, and if we just test this out, let's make it a little bigger. Yeah, so that looks good so far. All right, so I'm going to have a div under the paragraph, and we're going to use flex. It's going to be a flex column to begin with. And let's do margin top 5. Let's do space between the y-axis, or items on the y-axis, we'll do 4. But on medium screens, let's say on medium screens, we're going to do space -x-3. And also on medium screens, we want to do a flex row, not a flex column. And on medium screens, we want the space between the y's to be 0, because they're not on top of each other anymore on medium screens. Then we're going to have our input, and it's going to be a type of text. And then let's add placeholder, and we're going to set that to enter. Let's say enter your email address. All right, to just save that, it's going to look pretty ugly for now, but we're going to put a bunch of classes on this. So let's come in here and say class. So first thing I want to add is some padding. Let's do P-2, and we'll do PX4. So if I save that, you'll see that'll get wider. And then let's do text dash center, and let's do text white. Okay, and then the background color, we want to change that. So BG dash zinc, let's do BG zinc 800. And also I'm going to add border, and the border color will be, let's say zinc dash 600. All right. So the placeholder, we can actually edit that as well with placeholder : So let's do text dash XS, for instance. You can see that now the placeholder got smaller. And then the placeholder, I'm going to say text dash center. However, on smaller screens, I want it to be on, medium screens and up, I want it to be left, and that's for both the placeholder and the regular text. So first let's do MD : text dash left, and let's also do placeholder : MD : and then text dash left. Okay, so I don't think I showed you this before, but you can actually do like placeholder : and then your screen size. So we get that, and then we also want to take the focus off. So see, when I click on it, we get that focus. So let's say focus, and then we can say outline dash none. So now if I come over here and click on it, now we don't have that outline. All right, and let's just make it a little bigger, see what we get. Okay, now we need the subscribe button. So underneath the input, still within the container div, say button, and we're going to give some padding. So px, we'll do px5 and py3. The text size will be extra small, and the rounded, let's do medium. And then for the text color, let's do zinc, and it's going to be the shade of 800. All right, and then for the background, let's do lime. So BG lime dash 500, but then on hover, we're going to make the BG lime dash 700. And also on hover, we want the text, let's say text to be white on hover. And subscribe, save that. All right, cool. And let's just add a duration for it to make it a little smoother. So we'll do duration dash 500, so half a second. There we go, and we get the hover on the image. Let's make this wider. All right, so looks good. So very, very simple project, but I think that, this will help you just get into the hang of it and see how we use the classes together to actually create something rather than just looking at what they do in a sandbox. So hope you enjoyed it. Let's move on to the next project.